Throughout the years, you might have seen very unfortunate scenarios play out many a time in the NFL league. But hey, sadly enough, the top 10 NFL players here might serve as examples to you of what not to do concerning pro football careers. Right here, DennisThaBizness Sports are presenting to you the 10 NFL players that ruined their careers. At number 1, we have nonetheless Johnny Manziel. Johnny's brief career with the Cleveland Browns was nothing short of a disaster. At this point, we find it hard to imagine the 2012 Heisman Trophy winner getting another chance, given his off-field behavior. In reality, even if a team were willing to overlook his party boy lifestyle, it will be hard for them to overlook his subpar performance and inability to adjust the speed of the NFL game when he actually was on the field for the Cleveland Browns. Number 2, we have Ray Claret. Ray's story is just flat out of sad. The once promising first-round draft pick of the Carolina Panthers seemed destined to have a decade-long or more career as wide receiver in the NFL. Then, he was convicted of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder for his role in the shooting death of Cherika Williams, who was 8 months pregnant with Claret's child at the time of the incident. He is currently serving out a jail sentence of 24 years and 4 months. At number 3, we have Vince Young. Vince Young, the professional career started off strong. The former Texas Longhorn won the 2006 NFL Rookie of the Year award after the Tennessee Titans selected him with the number 3 overall pick in the 2006 NFL Draft. And just when it looked Young would have a long-lasting, financially fruitful career, he let his ego get the best of him after a tough overtime loss and got into much ballyhooed verbal interactions or altercations with then Titans head coach Jeff Fisher. The incident effectively ended Young's stint in the Tennessee. And the two-time Rose Bowl MVP would only spend one more season on an active NFL roster. At number 4, we have Lawrence Phillips. Lawrence's story is yet another sad one. Cautionarily, you can tell, or you can call it a tale. He had a starring role on the field. Off the field was a whole different story. During the University of Nebraska's run to the national titles in the year 1994 and 95, then the St. Louis Rams selected Phillips with the 6th overall pick in the 1996 NFL Draft. Cut the long story short, his off-field transgressions continued during his time in the NFL, and his career never had a chance to take off, which is sad considering how former Rams head coach Dick Vermeil called him potentially the best running back ever coached. In 2009, Phillips received a 31-year prison sentence. Guards found him dead in his cell earlier, shortly after he received a charge for murdering his former cellmate. Wow. At number 5, we have Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy's career is kinda a conspiracy or controversial. Greg Hardy, we can say that we the media had extensively documented Greg Hardy's legal issues over the last few years. Now, the Dallas Cowboys gave the 2013 Pro Bowler a second chance in the 2015 despite the disgusting domestic violence accusations he faced in North Carolina. Greg went on to repay them by getting into a physical altercation with special teams coach that is Rich Bisaccia and more than one of his teammates during a game on the national television. We wouldn't be surprised if another team takes a chance on him, given his immense talent, but we just don't see it happening right away. At number 6, we have JaMarcus Russell. Call him Russell, the definition of an athlete having $1 million arm and a 10-cent head. JaMarcus Russell, as you may call him, the Oakland Raiders selected the former LSU Tiger with the number 1 overall pick in the 2007 NFL Draft. Now, NFL fans and the experts call him the biggest bust in NFL draft history. During his time in the NFL, Russell had gained a reputation for being abnormally lazy in everything he did, from studying film to, to also working out. He made it a habit of showing up to team activities incredibly overweight after a time off. At number 7, we have Aaron Hernandez. Whether you like it or not, if you're a sports fan or not, you likely heard plenty about Aaron Hernandez's fairly fall from the grace. Even before he entered the NFL, the former NFL Patriots tight end had a long history of violence and run-ins with the law dating back to his time at the University of Florida. It all came to a boiling point, and his pro football career came to a screeching halt when he was arrested and charged with committing first-degree murder, among other charges, for his role in the shooting death of Odin Lloyd, who was once a personal friend. The jury found him guilty of a first-degree murder. Then he faced additional legal issues involving a double murder. Tragically, prison officials found Hernandez dead in his cell despite his recent acquittal concerning the double homicide. Now, the NFL community that time took to Twitter and other media platforms to express their sympathies. We are looking at number 8. Maurice Claret. As you can see him in the prison uniform, Claret led the Ohio State Buckeyes to a national champ as a freshman in the 2002, and the bruising running back seemed destined for the NFL stardom. However, as it is, and it turned out, outside of a brief stint in the United Football League, Claret would never play football again. His time at Ohio State ended after battle with university administrators and also that of the NCAA academic and legal transgressions. Following his dismissal from the Buckeyes, Claret filed and lost a lawsuit concerning his eligibility for the 2004 NFL Draft. He was finally eligible for the NFL in 2005, but showed up to the NFL Combine out of shape and went on to turn in one of the most embarrassing performances in the history of the event. Still to say, the Denver Broncos selected him in the 3rd round of the 2005 NFL Draft. In yet another heading a scratching move, Claret ignored his agent's advice and opted to sign a contract that included no guaranteed money when his draft slot carried an approximate guarantee of over $400,000. He reported to Broncos at training camp more than 20 pounds overweight and didn't make the team's final roster, and that proved to be the last time Claret would be on the NFL roster. His life went on to spiral out of control, culminating in a 7.5-year jail sentence for several criminal offenses. On a positive note, Claret received an early release in 2010 and has since become a productive member of society. We are looking at the top 10 failed careers of the NFL players. What happened? How did it go? Number 9, we look at Ray Rice. Ray will forever live infamy for being the man who brought about the NFL's new domestic violence policy. We don't have to go into too much detail here, but Rice's NFL career came to an unfortunate end when a surveillance video surfaced of him punching and dragging his wife out of an elevator at a casino in ATL City. Number 10, ladies and gentlemen, we look at none other than Ryan Leaf. People throw Ryan's name around anytime a discussion arises concerning the biggest draft bust in the NFL's history. Not only was he able, or was he terrible, when he was on the field, he had 14 touchdown passes, 36 interceptions, and a quarterback rating of about 50 in 21 career stats. But he was also a complete train wreck of the field. Leaf started his career off on the wrong foot by skipping the final day of the mandatory rookie symposium. And then it all went downhill from there. Aside from getting a reputation for having a pathetic work ethic, he didn't really care for studying film. He also had multiple aggressive altercations with fans, reporters, coaches, and even then San Diego general manager Bob Bithett. Since retiring from the NFL League in the year 2002, Leaf has seen his life hit several all-time lows, and as of now, the number 2 overall pick in the 1998 NFL draft is trying to get his life back on track after spending time in jail for burglary and drug charges. Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis the Business Sports gives you the top 10 NFL players who ruined their careers. Hope you learned a lesson from this one. I'm Dennis the Business. Do click subscribe to Dennis the Business Sports and share this video with a friend. Thanks for watching.